So at least 6 people have been injured, including a toddler, over a celebrated gunfire in a chieftaincy dispute ruling in Obuasi East District in Ashanti region. So as a result of the dispute ruling, out of celebration, 6 people have been injured through gunfire. But it is so sad that we are actually at this point in time, or we are actually at this point. Because why am I saying this? We have a lot of people that are having weapons in this country that doesn't have authorization of these weapons. They are not authorized to hold these weapons, but it is in the hands of these people. They don't have the necessary training to actually hold weapons in this country, but they are holding this. The weapons are in the hands of these people, even including weapons that are illegal in the country, being that we only have sidearm, which is what we commonly call pistol, and pump action. Those are the only 2 weapons that civilians are allowed to have, provided you pass the test or the necessary background checks before you be allowed to actually be in possession of one. But in recent times, we've seen in funeral grounds, other kind of events, that we've seen a lot of people hold sophisticated weapons that are illegal in this country, that civilians cannot actually hold or cannot possess. But we see it in the hands of civilians. We've kind of seen a lot of these videos on social media. In some few months ago in Tamale, we saw a video about a funeral that was ongoing, and you could see the kind of weapons that was displayed over there. You could see the likes of M16, AK-47, G3, pump action, different kind of guns, even machine gun was displayed over there at the full sight of dignitaries of the government. At that very particular event, the defense minister was there. The interior minister was there. The former vice president of the Republic of Ghana was there. They were including other dignitaries of this government were there. But these weapons were displayed. We've not had any information or whatsoever concerning this issue. Other places too, we've seen videos about some of these things. Even the licensed ones, you are not allowed, under the laws of Ghana, you are not allowed to fire weapon indiscriminately or without a cause or without a reason. We only fire if assuming you are registered or you have registered your weapon, you only fire the weapon if you are under attack or your life is at risk. But you don't just go around out of excitement that you fire. But what do we see? We see people firing these weapons out of celebration and out of other stuff, putting other people's lives in danger or at risk. It is so sad. But the government and the Ministry of Interior as such, and the Ministry of Defense and Co. need to come together and crack down on some of these things. The weapon polarization in this country is too much. There are a lot of weapons that are in the hands of the wrong people. Even the so-called registered weapons, what exercise, even the training that is supposed to be given to some of these people, end up not being the case, because we know how our system works. Basically, you can pay your way around. So the training that they will even take you through, they will not even take you through the training, because you have money, you can pay, and they will let you have your certificate or your license. Also, the background check that is supposed to be done on some of these people before giving them the license will not be done, because they can pay their way around. So we end up having people holding weapons that they don't even have the know-how, or they don't even have the requisite knowledge to hold these weapons. So ending up putting people's life at risk. It is so sad that we are at this juncture, because things that we've been hearing about the Western world, and an example be the United States of America, about killings, about gunfire, about indiscriminate killings of people or whatsoever. We are now experiencing it in this country. Easily, if you don't take time, easily somebody can easily, or if you're out of confrontation with someone can easily just shoot you with a gun because he is in possession of one. Most of the cars that we have in this system, most of the young boys that we are having in this system, have some of these weapons in their cars. These fraud boys and some of these guys, they have these weapons with them. So with the least confrontation, the person can easily fire. It is so sad, but we need to crack down on these things. It is so sad that these 6 people, out of celebration, these people are actually nursing their wounds. God forbid, we don't hope for it to happen, but some people might even end up losing their lives out of this incident. Why should we actually be doing these kind of things? Doing things that will put the lives of people at risk. It is so sad, but these things should actually be put a stop at, or we should actually put a stop to this thing. Peace.